What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the Agent Authority podcast. My name is Martin Elefant, and today we're going to be talking about real estate branding with video on Facebook. And I wanted everyone to understand that when it comes to Facebook, we're strictly talking about Facebook for real estate agents, and today this is what we're going to learn. We're going to talk about everything from building your Facebook pages, understanding the Facebook Ads Manager. We're going to dive into creating and building Facebook groups. We're going to talk about Facebook retargeting and building that digital video list. Stay tuned for the end because that digital video list is phenomenal. So just to jump right in, why is Facebook the number one platform? And I believe most of the people across the world realize that Facebook is probably the biggest social media platform with over 2.7 million active monthly users as of the second quarter of 2020 this year. Facebook is the biggest social network worldwide. Not to mention the fact that they own Instagram. They bought it for $1 billion after being live for around a year. And on top of that, they purchased WhatsApp for around $30 billion. And I plan on expecting them to purchase many more companies down the road. Facebook, the reason why I push Facebook so hard is because their ad platform is a phenomenal way for us to be able to generate leads at a lower cost than using Zillow or using any other ad platform such as Google. Maybe it's LinkedIn, mailers, all that stuff. Facebook is the cheapest when it comes to having your money work for you versus the other way around. And another big aspect is the fact that they own Instagram is a huge aspect when it comes to our business, because a lot of real estate agents love using Instagram because it's aesthetically pleasing for creating a nice little feed on your profile. It's a great place for people who don't necessarily want to be on video, but at the same time are good with being on pictures or showing off beautiful homes, stuff like that. Instagram is a great place for a lot of agents to use it. And the fact that Facebook owns Instagram means that we're able to advertise on that platform. So if you're not on it, you should definitely be on Facebook and Instagram. So we're going to dive into talking about your Facebook business page. If you don't have one, I definitely recommend you create one. You would literally just click that top bar on the Facebook page and you would just click create. You would select a page, you'd upload a photo, all that stuff. What people don't realize is creating a business page, it differentiates your personal page from your business page. On a personal page, you're posting about your daily life, you're posting about things that you enjoy, your hobbies, all that stuff. When it comes to a business page, you're posting more about what it is that's going on in business. Did you have a successful deal? Did you sell a house? Did you get a listing? Do you have a story about a client, a testimonial? All of those things are the things you should be posting on your page. And the way to really grow your business page at first is to invite all your friends and family to follow your page. And a lot of people say, well, should you really invite all your friends and family? Because they're following you on your personal page. So I actually say that the people who you're going to invite through your Facebook page, when you send that invite to them, I would say if you have 1,000 followers, maybe 10% are going to follow that page, because most people don't even get that notification these days. And on top of that, the people who are following your business page are going to be your closest friends, and those are the people who are going to be following along with your journey. Those are the ones who are going to hopefully send you some referrals down the road. So don't think of inviting everybody who you're friends with on Facebook is a bad idea. It's really just to get your page some momentum and growth, so that when you post more consistently and run ads, you're going to be able to grow that page with the target audience that you really want to focus on. Another thing that people don't realize when it comes to Facebook in general and Instagram is the organic reach has dropped tremendously over the last couple of years. Where it used to be that you would post a picture and 500 people would be able to see it. Nowadays, you post a picture, maybe 50 people will see it if you're lucky, but it really matters on how much engagement you get initially when you make a post. So I would say don't worry as much about posting on Facebook more than I would tell you to focus on Instagram. I would definitely tell you Instagram is definitely a better place for you to set a schedule when it comes to posting. But I always tell everyone, I was like, if you're gonna have a set schedule for one platform, you should have a set schedule for another. And I would say that at most, because Facebook doesn't have such an organic platform anymore, I would tell you that if you're going to be posting on Facebook, I would tell you to post maybe 3 times a week, every other day. So I would do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you have to set it up so that you're not posting every single day business content. You want to be able to post some behind the scenes, some what's going on in your life, some hobby stuff like that. I come into the 80-20 rule, and a lot of people say that the 80-20 rule is, well, 80% personal, 20% business. I would say that's true when it comes to your personal page. When it comes to your business page, I want you to focus on 80% business, 20% personal. That means that 2 posts a week should be about your business or about business in general, real estate in general. So that means posting about a listing, posting about an open house, posting about a client testimonial. But at the same time, you're going to be posting about, hey, my kid just had a soccer game, or hey, my kid made honor roll at school, or hey, I'm going to Cancun for the weekend. Whatever it is, you want it to be that every week there's 1 post that's personal, 2 posts that are business oriented. And maybe that's also, I would tell you to even add, maybe there's you give them a tip on buyer tips, and you could do buyer tip Mondays, seller tip Wednesdays, and you could just kind of roll with something like that. But just remember, everyone always talks about the 80-20 rule, and when it comes to Instagram, I would tell you the 80-20 rule is 80% personal, 20% business. So that means 2 posts with you in it every single week, you physically in the photo. People don't realize, but when it comes to photos in general, people like people. So when it comes to creating an engagement style page, you want people to engage with you, and the majority of people will engage with other individuals. So if you're in the photo, there's a higher likely chance that post is going to get more views, because people like to see what's going on in your life. They want to see you. They want to know what you're wearing that day. People are nosy, and a lot of people don't realize, but when YouTube first started, and I'll just go on this side note real quick, when YouTube first started, people were shocked that people wanted to follow along someone's vlog. Like they would video their entire day and they would create a story out of it. And I always thought to myself, well, why are people interested in videos like that? And it got me really thinking, and I came up with the idea that for us, our lives aren't exciting, but to everyone else, they want to know what's going on. Like, I want to know what's going on in my friends' lives. If they created a vlog, I would watch it. I want to know what people are doing on a daily basis. What's their grind? What are they doing? And I feel like it gives people a little insight into what's going on, that it brings them in, and they're like, oh, I want to be a part of this journey. Oh, I want to be a part of, oh, he's going to Cancun for the week and he's vlogging it. Oh, I want to watch that. These are all the types of things that people don't realize. So when it comes to Instagram, just remember, it's the complete opposite of the Facebook business page. I would say 80% personal, 20% business. But again, we're talking about Facebook primarily. So again, focus on 80% business on your page, 20% on personal. And again, that's 2 posts. There's 3 posts a week, two about real estate, 1 about yourself. And now we're gonna quickly just jump into the Facebook Ads Manager topic. So Facebook Ads Manager is part of the Facebook Ads platform. And people don't realize, but the Facebook Ads platform is much more powerful than people think. So just to start off, there's something called the Facebook Pixel. This is what allows you to install a code on your website, which allows you, and I mean Facebook, to be able to track all the website visitors that go to that page. And what people don't realize is this pixel is so powerful that you're able to create an audience of just website visitors for, I think it's around the last 180 days. So that's half a year. That's 6 months worth of people on your website that you're able to create an audience and just target that audience. And I think that people are a little afraid of all these tech terms that people throw out, but to be able to install a Facebook pixel on a website these days is so simple, especially with all of these website creators like Shopify, Squarespace, WordPress. It is so easy to install something like that these days, and you don't even have to be a coder. And I think that's the best part about tech and Facebook in general, is it is to a certain extent user friendly and very simple for the average person to use. When it comes to the types of campaigns for real estate that I run, there are around 5 campaigns that I run, and these are the traffic campaign, the conversion campaign, the engagement campaign, the lead generation campaign, and the video views campaign. Now each one of these campaigns has a different target, I would say, when it comes to that's even the wrong word. I would say each one of these campaigns is specific for a specific outcome. That's the best way to say it. So when you're running a traffic campaign, you're just trying to get you're trying to get as many people as possible to your website. And that is, we're not trying to get people to take action on the site. I mean, obviously that would be great, but with a traffic campaign, it's literally how do we drive as much traffic to your website as possible for a low cost. So a traffic campaign is gonna charge you per click. So it's kind of like a cost per click, like on Google. Then we have the conversion campaign, which again is very similar to the traffic campaign. We're driving traffic to a website or a landing page. But the conversion campaign, you're able to set up tracking on that website when the pixel is installed. So when your Facebook pixel is installed on, let's just say, your home evaluation landing page, you're able to send people there with a conversion campaign. But on Facebook, you're able to create a tracking conversion, which will track all of the people who go to the site, type in their info, and click on a button. So you're able to track how many button clicks you get, and by how many people who click on the button, it means how many people took action on your site, and you're able to create an audience with that conversion. So the best way to explain that is, you have a home evaluation, you say, hey, you want your free home evaluation, type in your name, your email, and your address, right? So they type in their name, email, address, they click get the result, and then as soon as they click that button, you get a notification that you got a lead from Facebook. But on top of that, now your conversion campaign is now tracking, okay, well, this person, we're not putting him in this list. And if you get 5,000 people over the course of 2, 3, 4 months to fill out this form, then again, you have 4,000 to 5,000 people that you're able to retarget, specifically just the people who filled out this form. So it's a very powerful tool when it comes to creating landing page conversion ads. The next campaign I want to talk about is the engagement campaign, and a lot of people, I feel like, don't utilize this to the best of their ability. An engagement campaign is probably, in my opinion, one of the biggest and best ways to build brand when it comes to Facebook advertising. The engagement campaign is exactly what it is. It is how do we get as much engagement on this post or this ad as possible. So that means that we're trying to get likes, comments, shares. And when it comes to the engagement campaign, I tell people to use a really nice image, or the best way to do this is to use a video. And there are 2 reasons why I like video, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So the engagement campaign is literally how do we get as much engagement on this post as possible. And again, this is how you would build a brand across the platform, but again, we're going to talk about that a little later. So when it comes to the lead generation campaign, it is exactly what it sounds like. Lead generation is how do you generate as many leads as possible for your business. And what people don't realize is when it comes to the lead generation campaign, Facebook has created a lead form that pulls people's information directly from Facebook. So if you have a Facebook account and you have your name, your email, and phone number all associated with your account, when you click on an ad that has a lead form, Facebook will automatically populate all those forms for you with the email associated with your Facebook account and the phone number associated with your account. So what people don't realize is, yeah, it's very easy to get leads because a lot of people don't have the same email addresses that they set up their account with, or their phone numbers are old. So just keep in mind that yes, you're going to be generating hundreds of leads every single month at such a low cost that for every 100 leads, the average conversion in real estate is around three leads. So for every 100, you'll convert 3. And that's the average. Obviously, if you're a high producing agent, you'll have more success when it comes to conversion if you're better on converting leads in general. The next campaign we're going to discuss is the video views campaign. Now, video views campaign is specifically for video, and it's how do you get as many views as possible. Literally, it is exactly what the title says. So again, when you want to run a video for, let's say you create a video ad talking about your community, you're talking about a market update, and you want as many people as possible to watch that video, I would definitely recommend watching the video views campaign, because you're able to track, again, on Facebook, how many people watch that video. You'll be able to create an audience, and you'll be able to retarget all of them down the road. Next, we're going to discuss Facebook groups. Now, groups are a great place for multiple reasons. One, it is a great place for you to be able to build a community. It is a great place for you to be able to share your real estate knowledge. It's a great place for you to be able to engage the community you live in, and have them be a part of that group. So definitely invite all the people you know in town to join that group. Tell them to invite their friends, their family, all that stuff. It's a great place for you to invite local business owners into the group, so that you're able to network them. I would tell you that if you're creating a Facebook group for a specific town, I would tell you that you should be the only real estate agent in that group. You should have a mortgage guy in that group. You should have a mortgage guy or gal, doesn't matter. You should have an attorney in that group. You should have a contractor, an investor. Like, you should have someone of every aspect in real estate in that group to be able to give information. And again, you're gonna want to be able to engage with that community. And Facebook groups allow you to become a local celebrity in your community by sharing fun activities and events that are happening in the local market, as well as, let's just say there's a fair going on, someone's sick in the community and they need help. So these are all the types of things that you're able to do in the group. And what people don't realize is, when it comes to the local business aspect in a group, if there are local businesses in this group, and every single, let's just say every Friday, you do a 30-minute Zoom call with them, or you do a 30-minute Facebook Live in this group, you're literally building trust in the community, because you're giving them information, you're explaining to them what's going on, and you're networking. This is a great way for you to be able to, this is another way of you being able to build brand across all these platforms. Is when you're trying to build a brand, it's basically another way to explain your personality. But again, it's a great way to show the community that you are this amazing person who really is just here to help them succeed and do business in real estate if they ever need your help. So a Facebook group will hone in on a market that really trusts you. And again, there are 3 things we want when it comes to brand. We want them to know, like, and trust us. So a Facebook group, a great way to build that trust factor. And I think it's the next step in how agents are going to be able to really build a referral business on these platforms. So definitely consider starting a Facebook group, and it could be a group for real estate agents, it could be a group for homeowners, buyers, whatever it is you want. Make it specific to the community you serve. Now we're going to talk a little bit into the best part of Facebook advertising, which is Facebook retargeting. Retargeting ads are great ways to stay in front of your current audience, but it's also a great way to stay, like I said, on those custom audiences, which we're able to create through website visitors, Facebook page, Instagram page, lead forms, right? Those lead generation campaigns, we're able to track how many people clicked on your lead form. So that's another good one. We're also able to track who filled it out. So again, you're able to create all these multiple audiences across numerous different aspects. And I'll create another video on custom audiences and retargeting down the road. So when it comes to retargeting, the main thing that people don't realize is you're able to create what's called a special audience. So because we're in the housing category, there are a few things that we're not able to do when it comes to targeting. We can't discriminate against age, gender, and we have to target in a minimum of 15-mile radius. And just to give you some context on that, we can target in a 15-mile. We have to target a 15-mile radius or target by county. So I live in Bergen County, New Jersey, so I can target all of Bergen County as opposed to targeting a 15-mile radius and getting some New York leads. And I usually tell people that you should only target by county when it comes specifically to seller campaigns, because if you're that close to another state, then it definitely makes sense. But a special audience is basically another way to explain what a lookalike audience is. And a lookalike audience is basically you take your current audience of, let's just say you have an email list of around 1,000 people. You upload that email list to Facebook to create a custom audience for your email list so that you can target those 1,000 people via their emails, right? Upload that list to Facebook, and then all of a sudden you're able to create what's called a special audience, which again is the exact same thing as a lookalike audience. The only reason it's different is because for housing category we can't use what's called a lookalike audience. We have to use a special audience. Personally, I think it's ridiculous. I don't think it really makes sense, but Facebook has their own reasons for doing stuff like that. So it is basically the same thing, where it'll take that email list and it'll find similar people on Facebook who match similarities with profiles. So you're able to, let's just say every single client you've ever worked with, those 1,000 people that you've worked with, let's just say all of them are women who love dogs. So now Facebook will take that audience and it'll go find more women who like dogs. So it's a great way to narrow in on your specific audience. Again, that's a little bit on a simplistic level, but hopefully it gets the message across that it'll find people similar to the list you uploaded, through their interests, through their profiles, through that. So special audience is another. It's a great way, and retargeting is the best because it starts to build that like and know factor, which leads them to trust you and expect you to become the authority in your market. So you want people to see you more and more often. So now we're getting to the nitty-gritty part. Again, this is my favorite part of the podcast. It's building your digital video list. Now, the reason I'm obsessed with video on Facebook when it comes to advertising is because we're able to track every single person who watches anywhere from 3 seconds to your video to the full length of video. So we're able to track all of these viewers, and we're able to track them even if you post the video organically on your Facebook business page or your personal page. We're able to track who watches it. So that's the main reason why I'm obsessed with video. It's easier to track a video than it is an image, because there's no metric for tracking images on Facebook currently. If there is, I would say that both are phenomenal. But when it comes to video specifically, that is the main reason why video is the best way to build your brand across Facebook and most likely all of social media. Definitely Instagram too, because remember, Facebook owns Instagram. So I enjoy running the engagement campaign with my videos versus the video views campaign when it comes to me personally, when it comes to building brand for myself and my clients. And the reason being is because I don't want as many people as possible to watch my video. I want as many people as possible to engage with my video. So I want to create a video that's engaging, but also is going to get likes, comments, and shares, because I want people to actually see it and I want them to share with their friends if the content makes them feel like it's an amazing video. So An engagement campaign, again, very different from the video views campaign, but again, you would assume that you would want to run the video as a video views, but in this case, when it comes to building brand, the engagement campaign is better because you're getting that aspect of getting more likes, comments, and shares, and you're able to really promote that to your audience. And this is why the digital video list will be life-changing to your business, because again, when you use this engagement campaign with retargeting, you're building that like, know, and trust factor, and you're going to solidify that group where if you create a video series every Monday and you have one buyer or seller tip every single week, and you're explaining to them what's going on in the market and how this tip can help them figure out what they want to do when it comes to buying or selling or investing in real estate, you're going to be associated as the authority in your market, and they're going to go to you as the expert. So when you create a video on Monday, you're going to track everyone who watches that video. Then you're going to create an audience, a custom audience. Then you're going to create your second video. You're going to promote it to the community just the same way you did the first time, but you're also going to start retargeting everyone who watched the first video with the second video. And you're going to continue to do that down the road with every video down the road. And this is going to solidify your brand across all of Facebook. And just want to let you all know, if you guys need content ideas for your real estate business, I have created a 52-week content guide. I'm going to pin the link in the comments below. So go ahead and check that out. Make sure to follow me all across my social platforms. Facebook is, I'll leave the link down below. Instagram, I'll leave the link down below. Again, if you're on YouTube, subscribe. Hit that bell notification for more content like this. Again, this is my first podcast for the Agent Authority podcast, helping agents grow real estate for marketing and branding purposes. So if you guys are interested in content like this, make sure to follow along, and please comment down below what other videos you would like me to make. I love suggestions, and I would love to help you guys grow your real estate business in the coming 2021. Thank God we're out of 2020 in the next couple weeks. I guess I'll see you on the next one, guys.